Hello everyone. Happy day after Canada Day. Saturday evening. The clock died. Not sure what time it is. I actually have another one. Yeah, it's about 7:30. So it's kind of hot out today. Did a few things earlier in the day, but it got too hot to do much more. So what have I been up to? Well, I'll tell you. So, let's see, 3 weeks ago I guess now, got another infection in my leg. Another bout of cellulitis. That's I think the sixth time I've had it in this leg. Just this one leg. Anybody knows how to prevent reoccurrences, let me know. I get really tired of it. So I was on antibiotics for a couple of weeks. Big horse pills. But unfortunately that took a lot out of me. It's hard in your stomach, and then I was tired all the time. So starting to get back into the swing of things now. But somehow I gotta figure out what causes that and stop it somehow. But having said that, things kind of neglected in the old shed here. And the junk's been piling up. I don't remember if I did a video or not. I got this whole box full of copper fittings at a garage sale a while back. So I sorted a whole bunch out. I'm going to try some at the flea market. I got about, I don't know, probably 100 there. I'm going to try and sell at the flea market. I'm going to sort it out for sizes and stuff. Kept a few myself. There's a whole bunch of these oddball ones. This is a 1/2 inch slip to pipe. So I guess you would use that in some kind of a case like that, but got a whole whack of them, so I only paid $10 for the whole box, so not worried if I scrap some of these. Put those in the number 1 copper bucket. Keep a couple, just in case. Best part of the barbecue, that brass valve down in the regulator. And at the garage sale, I got a whole box of these brass sprinkler heads. So each of these heads, there's about 1/2 pound of brass in them. And there was 2 pressure regulators in here too, which I think when I scrapped them out, I had about 6 or 7 pounds of brass out of those. So those paid for the box by themselves. So I was kind of debating making up some kind of a lawn sprinkler out of these things. But a lot of them, I don't know if you can see, there's a little spring there and it pushes up against the ceiling ring, and that's cracked up. I would assume the reason these all ended up in a box was they've seen better days. Not sure how they're assembled, but I don't know a good idea how they're going to be disassembled. Brass nozzle. So I'm going to take all these apart. Some miscellaneous copper. Somewhere. I thought I started a bucket of number 2. I think I have a number 2 bucket going somewhere. Yeah, it's more brass tacks and stuff. So like I say, normally it doesn't pile up like this, but when I was down for the 2 weeks, it did. So there's another garage sale. This was in the free pile. It's a brass, oh, what it is? Nozzle? Something. Anyways, I know what it is. It's free, so it's actually probably almost half a pound of brass. Yeah, I was breaking up some of these transformers too. A few left. And the decent bucket of number 2 wire going here. Did a couple of air conditioner compressors too yesterday afternoon. They're pretty good, a little over 4 pounds in the 4 pounds of number 2 wire out of them. I think 4.2, something like that. Yeah, a couple more motors back there. And the giant light bulb. Take this apart one of these days. Yeah, I don't know if the camera can catch it, but I got a bunch of, not a bunch, a few ACRs here too. It's the A-coils out of the furnaces. Then I have a whole pile of these things. This is a ground fault circuit breaker. So this is a generation 3. And these were all replaced with generation 4s. So now it's the electrical code mandates now that just about every receptacle in the house has to be protected by a arc fault breaker. Did I say arc fault? Well, I said ground fault. Arc fault. This is an arc fault breaker. So the idea behind this is if you plug in your lamp from the 1950s, and if the cord is worn or frayed, it can start shorting out, but it won't necessarily trip the breaker. So this thing's supposed to sense an arc and shut the circuit off. Save your flea market lamp from burning your house down. In theory. Problem with these things is everything trips them. So these all came out of a big building. The washing machines have to be on them, which is crazy, but they do. So the washing machines were tripping these, and I think it was the microwaves and then something else. So if you'd imagine, big building, we had to go back and change all of these out. So the Gen 3s are junk. So they're going to throw them away. It works. Free. Now, fortunately, I thought maybe there'd be some silver contacts or something in these, but there's very little of anything. And these are actually quite Dippo. Even these parts here aren't copper. Usually that bus there is copper. Not in this one. So that was a bit disappointing. So there's this little bit of braided copper here. What else? Yeah, there's this little coil. This ends up being the most valuable part, a piece of number 14 wire. So there's a piece of bare right. In there. Don't pull too hard. It's pretty fine wire. Be good for melting down. So that's the wire out of that little coil. Not very much. So I think what I may end up doing is just chopping this piece of number 14 off. Getting rid of the rest. Well, it's actually number 12. So there's the 18 inches of number 12. We'll run it through the trusty stripper and 18 inches of bare right. So I think that's what I might end up doing with all of them, because I got like about 300 of them or something like that. So Don't want to waste a huge amount of time on them. But we'll see. That's probably what I'm going to do. I have another dilemma happening next week. I agreed to do something. It's going to be kind of an Ian Matthews dilemma there. I'm not going to have room to, if it comes to be, I'm not going to have room to put all the stuff anywhere. But we'll see. It's not 100% yet, so. So anyways, that's just a quick update. We'll see you all later. Bye for now.